Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to see how to use select statement with where. Okay. So in last video, we created a database and a table named employee, and we also inserted values in that table employee. So in case you want to see how to create tables, how to insert values in a table, then you can watch my previous video. I will also provide that link in the description box. Okay, so let's see how to use the select command first. So I'll say select star from employee, and then I say execute. So this was the table we had created in the last video. We have employee name, employee ID, employee department, employee salary, and employee joining date. And as you can see, we also have null values. Okay, now let's go to our next question. So in our next question, our question is find the details of employee who work for IT department. So we had this department and there are two employees who worked for IT department, Ajay and Vijay. So we need this as answer. So what I'll say, select, sorry, select star. What does star mean? Star basically means that I'm selecting all the columns. In case you want only a specific column, then you can enter that column name. But currently I'm looking at all the columns. So I say star, select star from employee where. Now let me see what was my column name. My column name was E department, where E underscore department is equals to IT. Okay. Now let's execute this. So as you see, we get two entries, Ajay and Vijay, who worked in the IT department. And one more thing I would like to tell you, if you are seeing this slash and asterisk at the beginning and end of this statement, this is used to mark a statement as a comment. So when I execute this, any statement, any number of statements I write between these slash and asterisk, they will not be executed. They will be treated as comments. So this is a comment. So if I want to mention something, for example, I wanted to mention a question over here, so I used comments to mention the questions. So this was a simple one. Now let's go to the next question. The next question is find the detail of employees whose salary is greater than 35,000 or who belong to a sales department. So let's say select star from employee where E salary is greater than 35,000, or now we'll use or over here, or E department is equals to sales. Okay, now let's execute this. Now let's verify. So above 30,000, so we have just one person whose salary is above 35,000. Rest are all null, so we don't know about them. So one entry will be Ajay, and for sales department we just have one person in sales, that is Bhanu. So our answer is correct because we have written or, so it will check the salary or the department, whichever is correct. So we had Ajay whose salary was more than 35,000 and Bhanu whose department was sales. So we get two rows of result. Now let's move to our next question. Our next question is find the record of all employees whose salary is null or not given. Okay. So we have a number of employees. We have three employees whose salary is null. So null means not given. Null doesn't mean zero, it means not given. So we have three employees. So let's see how we'll do this. select star from employee where e salary is null. Okay, let's execute this. That's right. It gave us three rows of data for whom the salary is not mentioned. They are Abhishek, Bhanu, and Vijay, for whom we don't have their salaries mentioned. Okay. Now let's go to one more question. The question is, find the name of departments of those employees whose date of joining is mentioned in the table. That is, this time we have to neglect the rows for whom the data is null. Joining date is not null. So we have three rows of data where the joining date is not null. That is Abhishek, Ajay, and Vijay. So let's say select star from employee where e joining date is not null. Now you see in the last question we wrote is null because we had to retrieve the rows where the data was not present. But this time we want rows where the data is present. So we'll say is not null. Now let's execute. Yeah, so we get three rows of data where the joining date is present. Now let's go to the last question for the day. The last question is, find the details of employees whose salary lies between 10,000 to 50,000. So let's say select star from employee where salary salary is more than equal to 10,000 and salary is less than equal to 50,000. Okay, so we have two employees. So let's check our answer once. So, okay, we had just two employees whose salary was more than 10,000 and less than 50,000, less than or equal to 50,000. So, we wrote this statement using and statement, using and. So, these are the various combinations we will use in our work when we have to use select statement, because we will not every time retrieve all the rows of data. We always need some rows of data which matches our condition. So today we saw around five examples where we saw how to use where with or, null, is not null, as well as or and. So that's all for this video. In the next video, I will show you how to use the update command in SQL and where it is used. Please let me know in comment section if you have any issues. I will be happy to resolve them. And please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.